So today I'm going to talk to you about why it's so important to have a morning routine. So what does your morning routine look like now? You hit the snooze button 4 times before starting your day, and then 5 minutes later you are up, putting on your shoes, eating a protein bar while checking your email on your phone. How do you feel when you start your day like that? You feel like you're always trying to rush and catch up, and you are never really feeling on top of your game, or you don't feel very productive. Let's do better. We all have a lot of obligations and responsibilities, and we feel like we don't have enough time in our day. I want to tell you, my internet connection might be a little off. I notice I'm kind of blurry, so bear with the video quality of the video today. So I'm going to bring up a slide here. Here are the benefits of creating a morning routine. All right, so you'll be more productive. It'll help you achieve your goals. It'll give you a feeling of being more organized. It'll make you feel more confident, right? Okay, so the next slide are the key points that I'm going to go over in a little bit more detail. And these are the reasons to set a routine. It increases your productivity. It gives you physical and emotional benefits, physical and emotional connections, relationships, productivity, confidence, and peace. So let's go into a little bit more detail on that, setting the routine. On increasing productivity, productivity coaches suggest that daily habits can be an indicator of increased productivity and achievement. Although coaches have varied ideas on the types of daily habits to include, most agree that how we begin our day has a tremendous impact on how the rest of our day seems to go. Creating a morning routine is not focused on who can accomplish the most or check off the most boxes than anyone else. Instead, it is about allowing yourself to begin your day with confidence, peace, and a positive attitude. Starting the day with a routine allows us to effectively complete tasks and handle things that come up without constantly feeling stressed or overwhelmed. So we have some physical and emotional benefits. Did you know that stress can be as damaging to our health as secondhand smoke, right? So that's a physical thing, right? And we all know what stress does to us, for sure. For physical and emotional connection, so feeling good physically can certainly influence how we feel emotionally. And think about it. If we have the flu, we aren't walking around with a smile on our face or being overly optimistic, right? Our emotional health can be impacted by how we feel we are managing our day. When we are constantly in a rush and trying to make the next appointment, always running behind or feeling lost in a sea of tasks, we can easily become overwhelmed, stressed, sad, and frustrated. If this were a continual pattern, it makes sense that we could possibly begin to feel hopeless, as if we can never catch up. A sense of peace and confidence in your day can help us maintain more positive emotional health and help us to become more resilient during times of stress. As far as your relationships, when we feel overwhelmed and stressed, our emotions can easily come out in our relationships. Think about it. If you are stressed, how many times have you taken your frustrations out on a loved one? It might manifest itself as in venting, anger, or even isolation from those we love. When you start building a morning routine that allows you to feel more confident, more productive, more resilient, you might find that it affects your relationships in a more positive, connective way. Productivity. A morning routine helps to set the tone for your day. If it allows you to control your schedule, not having your schedule control you. And when you start the day fresh, you can better focus on what comes up during the day. It helps you to prioritize your time. And when you prioritize it, it helps you to be more productive. Productivity is not just about how much you're getting done, but also refers to the quality and intention that you're given to the task of the day. Remember, to finish the day with 10 half-completed tasks feels a lot different than completing 6 tasks and feeling proud of the quality of your work. When you are constantly reacting to additional tasks, stressors, or needs of others, you will find it very difficult to effectively prioritize and follow through. It gives you confidence, right? Walking through experiences in your day and actually observing yourself completing tasks and feeling a sense of accomplishment, it will help to reinforce your sense of confidence. Creating and having a morning routine helps you to better prioritize, to have more effective time management, and of course, increased productivity. It gives you peace, right? Stress wreaks havoc in our life. Stress creates a lot of trouble emotionally, physically, and in our relationships. Not feeling as if we can accomplish tasks or feeling like we're always behind causes great stress. Your self-efficacy and confidence begins to feel low, and then you begin to experience that negative self-talk that we get, and we might even end up feeling even more stressed and overwhelmed. A solid, consistent morning routine can offer you time to practice intentional mindfulness and/or prayer, leading to feelings of greater peace as you go throughout your day. Feeling productive in your day will lead to a more peaceful evening, a better night's sleep, which will help you to have a more refreshed morning the next day. The following strategies, so I'm going to give you some strategies that will help you set up an effective morning. So let's bring up this slide and I'll go over it, at the high level, and then, give you some help underneath that, right? So give yourself time, move your body, practice stillness, fuel your body properly, and review your day. Set your intention for the day. Giving yourself time. Don't hit snooze, right? It can be so hard, especially in the beginning, to not go back to your old ways and hit that snooze button so you can lay in bed just a little longer. Remind yourself that a good morning routine allows you enough time to actually enjoy and benefit from your routine. The amount of time you need in the morning is going to vary between person to person, but it could range from like 30 to 90 minutes. Productivity professionals suggest that you listen to yourself and know what may be realistic for you. Create a routine that works for you. What works for me might not work for you, right? So here are some key things to remember. Sorry, wrong slide. Oh, I'm just going to go over the key things. I'm not going to do the slide. Sorry, you guys, a little off there. Key things to remember: set a reasonable time to wake up. Don't hit the snooze button, and give your routine between 30 to 90 minutes. Moving your body. Maybe you're in the habit of waking up and immediately grabbing your phone. You might lay in bed for 45 minutes scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, or even checking your emails. Productivity coach Jim Collins suggests that in developing your morning routine, you should consider some things you could stop doing rather than focusing all of your attention on what you want to add to your day. I think that's great advice. What would you like to stop doing in the morning? Stop hitting the snooze alarm, stop laying in bed, go scrolling through your phone, right? Great advice. Note, it is recommended also to do stretches after you warm up, either after you've just taken a hot shower or workout. And I'm going to be sending out a link. It's from Spark People, from a Spark People article on 8 stretches you should do in the morning. But make sure that your body's warm. Either you've done some exercise or you've gotten out of the shower. But it's really important that we stretch too, right? Any body movement in the morning will be better than lying in bed on social media. We are actively waking up our muscles as well as our mind. Here are some key things to remember. Don't stay in bed when the alarm goes off. Any movement is helpful. It doesn't have to be intense. Stretching, yoga, and walking are good examples. Practice stillness. As much as body movement is important in the morning, so is practicing stillness. It could be meditation, just breathing, taking in breaths. You can set that on your phone for a couple of minutes or your Fitbit, and just take deep breaths in and deep breaths out, right? And prayer are all great examples of what might look like as part of your morning routine. Practicing stillness can help us feel grounded, focused, and ready to effectively prioritize tasks. Skipping this step can lead us to continue feeling rushed and less effective in our day, which defeats the point of developing a good morning routine. Practicing stillness also allows us to reset and be fully present in the moment. We aren't fully present when we are looking at emails, scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, and multitasking, and this can cause increased stress and anxiety. Practicing stillness or even doing meditation and breathing exercises helps set the tone of the day to help you feel calm, relaxed, and in control. Here are some key things to remember. Stillness is just as important as movement in the morning. Practicing stillness helps us to learn how to focus our energy. Meditation, prayer, and breathing exercises are very good examples of practicing stillness. Fuel your body properly. Since we were children, we've likely heard the message that a good day starts with a good breakfast. The way you fuel your body in the morning can have a powerful influence on your physical health, your energy levels, and your mental attitude throughout the day. When you eat food with little to no nutritional value, you will not feel your best. You will find your energy levels will peak and then crash throughout the day. A healthy breakfast will fuel your body properly and will lead to more consistent energy levels and to feeling more alert and focused. Some key things to remember. Don't allow yourself to make impulsive decisions about food. Take time to plan and prep a healthy breakfast. Healthy foods to incorporate protein, fruit, and whole grains. Review your day. As you wrap up your morning routine, it can also be helpful to set your intention for the day. Reviewing your day with intent allows you to maintain control over your schedule rather than your schedule controlling you. Be honest with yourself as to the importance of certain tasks, and remember that not everything can be a top priority. It is important to focus on one thing at a time. Like the saying, one dog, one bone, right? He can only work on that one bone at a time. Same thing with you, one task, one thing at a time. Be intentional on where your energy and efforts need to be directed. Then complete that first task and then move on to the next. Trying to juggle multiple tasks can lead to ineffective time management, low productivity, and burnout. Some key things to remember. Be honest with yourself as you look at your day. Remember that not everything can be a top priority and focus on one thing at a time, one dog, one bone. Creating your routine. Use the following tips for developing your ideal morning routine. The most important thing here is to be flexible. Don't get caught up in making the perfect morning routine. You are not looking for perfection at all in this new habit. You are putting intentional energy toward a morning routine that works best for you, not for me, but for you, right? Or anybody else, right? It's what works best for you. And being flexible means that you can allow yourself to adapt and adjust, finding what works well and being willing to let go of what doesn't work well. Remember that you are developing a morning routine to live more productively and peacefully, not so you can live with even more stress. So, what if you're not a morning person? You don't have to naturally be a morning person in order to develop a great morning routine. How you design your morning routine is up to you and based on what you feel motivated to try and what you feel you could be consistent with over the long term. A morning routine won't be effective if it only lasts a few days. So, in conclusion, take the time to develop a morning routine that works for you. Set yourself up to be a more peaceful, less stressed, more productive person with your morning routine. I like to set things out the night before or day before to help start my routine on a positive note, like putting my clothes out, maybe doing a to-do list, right? Those kind of things. Let's make our lives less stressful and more productive by creating and following our morning routine. I hope this gave you some ideas on how to create a morning routine that works for you. Let's go out there and make those healthy choices today. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.